All right, I'm doing this video for a friend who's doing a marathon in about a month and she's starting to notice knee problems. Okay, so I'll tell you what I do, which has solved all of my problems. I've been able to run pain-free for years now because of these simple tricks. I spent a lot of money on physical therapy, orthopedists, even injections, all kinds of different diagnoses from different doctors. Really smart trainer dude in Singapore, Matthew Pinkston, taught me a lot of these tricks and it's changed everything. So I can run pain-free. I did marathons and an Ironman triathlon after that. These are the key. I'm gonna do the most important things first, and then I'm gonna show you some bonus tricks that might help. But the most important things before you run, first thing I do is I just do a quick roll on the shins. Okay? That loosens the tissues on the shins and gets, hopefully prevents shin splints and whatnot. The second thing is I do the back, just to loosen up the tissues in the back. Okay, now to the really important stuff. The IT band, number one. But I like to start up on the hip. I roll up on the hip, and then through the hip, and then the IT band, all the way to the knee. And I do back. This is just with the soft roller. Then I go the quad, and your strings get caught. And make sure you roll down through the hip flexor here. I do that one. I do this hip flexor, the quad, down, and then I do the other hip, and all the way to the IT band. Okay, that's with the soft stuff. That's easy, okay? That's just a way to sort of loosen things up. Now, here's where it gets really important. I'm still on the important stuff. I'm gonna do the same thing, except I'm gonna do it with something harder. This is a harder type of roller. It's kind of spongy, but it's hard. You can use, I've used glass bottles. I've used storage for wheat and rice and beans and whatnot. But here, I do the same routine with this roller. I start with the hip, I go down to the IT band, up, then I just do one or two runs of that, the quad, down. I'm just doing one round now, but you could do 2 or 3. And then this really hurts. And if it hurts, it means it's doing the job. Okay? And you might say, oh, it's just rubbing on the bone. It's not the bone. It's loosening up the tissues and it's gonna kill the first few times you do it. Okay, I'm not done with the important stuff. Next is the glutes. And this was a game changer for me. So this kit I have from tptherapy.com, Trigger Point Therapy. It comes with this ball. It's a hard ball. But on this wood surface, it slides around. So I'm going to use a lacrosse ball. The lacrosse ball sticks a little bit more. And you put this lacrosse ball under your glute, and then cross your leg here, and you just sit on this, and you roll around. This is a game changer for me. Matthew Pinkston saw how I was walking and how I was running, and he's the first guy to say the problem's not your knee. Your right glute is too tight. So when your right glute's too tight, or any glute is too tight, or your hips or something's too tight, it makes you compensate, and it makes you run differently. So you're not firing equally. So that's the right side. And then cross the leg. If you got the ball on your left glute, cross your left leg over your right knee to get in, and you can just sit here on it, and it kills. It hurts, but you get used to it, and over time, it'll be a game changer. Okay? Those are the most important things you can do, and you have to do this before every run. Don't go on your run and say, oh, I forgot to roll, because it can change everything. You have to roll before you run. You can stretch during your run or after your run, but you have to roll before you run. Now, a couple of other bonus things that have helped me. I take this same ball and I put it right under here. This is the spot just inside your knee where your mom would pinch you in church if you weren't behaving, right on here. And you put that, I roll that in there. This is another really important thing. And then, same thing on the other side. If you go to tptherapy.com and you watch some of their videos, they're gonna have some other suggestions. Like they teach this one where you put this ball right on your psoas, like a few inches to the side of your belly button, and you rub it in there. I haven't quite figured out what that does, but I'm sure it's good. Okay, so I've rolled out the IT band, the glutes, the inside of here, the shins, the quads. Last thing I like to do before I run is a few loosening up things. My Kung Fu teacher in Korea taught me some of these things, and I thought it was really weird, but then a running coach showed me some of these same things, and it made a big difference. Before you run, again, this is more important than stretching. Loosen up the ankles. Like I do 7 rotations each way, 7 to 10 each way. And then the ankles, put them together and do 7 rotations each way. Okay, and then rotate the hips 7 times each way. And then the torso. 7 times each way. Just for fun, I like to do the shoulders 7 times each way, the arms each way, the neck. And now you're ready to run. You do these things before your run, and you'll be able to run that marathon pain-free. Okay? You!